And we welcome you to Kutztown Park, where the Kutztown Cougars at 5-7 will be hosting the undefeated Wyomissing Warriors, who are 11-0 this season. And the count goes to 0-2 to start off this game here to Raymond J. Marmalejos. He's playing left field tonight for Wyomissing. Marmalejos, he's batting .379 on the season. Count is now 1-2 as he hits that one foul, and that one's going to get out of play. And the count remains 1-2. Pitching tonight for Kutztown is Dominic Pizzolani. He's got a 5.4 ERA and 6.2 innings of work so far this season. He's got 4 strikeouts throughout those 6.2 innings of work, as that one's going to be a flare up the middle for the first base hit of the game. And Marmalejos finds first base, and he'll get a base knock up the middle to lead things off for the Warriors. The left-hander, Aiden Cerulli, now steps in for the Warriors. He's going to be playing second base tonight, as that one's popped up towards left field. And Aston Dunn makes the play, throws it in, and there's one away there. One pitch, one out for Aiden Cerulli, as Aston Dunn gets the putout in left field. One away here in top of the first inning. And that's going to bring up Jimmy Nunez. He's catching tonight for Wyomissing. Nunez is batting .467 on the year, as Marmalejos takes off for second, and he's going to slide in safely, and he'll get a stolen base to put himself in scoring position for Wyomissing here with Nunez in this 1-0 count. Jimmy Nunez, like I was saying before, he's batting .467 on the season. He's got 16 hits in 35 at-bats, and that one's popped up to Aston Dunn. He's got a beat on it. Should be out number 2, and it is, as Marmalejos will stay put. And there's 2 away in this top of the first inning. Cleanup hitter for Wyomissing is going to be Nathan Koenig. Nathan Koenig coming in tonight. He's batting threes across the board, .333. All these Wyomissing hitters are very excellent at the plate. Explains their 11-0 record so far this Legion season, as Kutztown looking to break that up tonight. Count becomes 2-0 to Nathan Koenig here with 2 away in this top of the first inning. Marmalejos on second. Koenig in the batter's box. He swings at a strike, and it's going to be fouled back. And the count now goes to 2-1. Pizzolani looking to get out of this inning. That's flared towards center field. And it is going to be caught by Schaefer, and that'll end the inning for Kutztown. After giving up a leadoff base hit, no one else reaches. We'll move to the bottom of the first. Still no score. And as we back to Kutztown Park for the home half of this first inning, it's going to be Cole Schuler leading things off for Kutztown. Pitching tonight for Wyomissing, Matthew Kramer, the big right-hander. He's got a 3.14 ERA this season. And right up the middle, as that gets down for Cole Schuler, one pitch, one hit for the Kutztown Cougars as Schuler finds himself on a flare base hit right up the middle over second base, and the Cougars get things started early. Matthew Kramer, 3.14 ERA in 14.2 innings of work, and he's got 16 strikeouts to show for it. Lets the leadoff man on, Cole Schuler, as that bunt is right up the middle. He's going to have a play at second, and he gets Schuler at second. So the sacrifice bunt does not do its job, as Kramer makes the smart decision going to second to get the lead runner, and there's one away. That'll put Schaefer on first base off of that bunt attempt there. And it's going to bring up the pitcher, Dominic Pizzolano. He had a clean inning across the board. Last inning pitching. He's batting .316 on the season as he takes that fastball upstairs and inside, and it goes to 1-0. One out here as Schaefer stands on first base for Kutztown. This 1-0 count. Strike in the bottom half of the zone there. Count evens out to 1-1. And he's out. As the pickoff move there from Kramer catches Schaefer dancing a little bit too far off the base. And he'll head back to the dugout for the second out of the inning, as he got picked off. And now the bases sit clear for the Warriors. Pizzolani is in a 1-1 count. That curveball broke a little bit too high, and it's 2-1, excuse me. Two-one pitch. And that's going to get through for a base hit on the right side of the field. Pizzolani gets the Cougars' second hit of the night. That'll put him on first with two away here in the bottom of the first inning. Jacob Rabert's now due up. He's playing right field tonight for the Cougars. Jacob Rabert batting .345 on the season, as that one is popped sky high towards the right side, and it looks like Rosario is there to make the play for the third out of the inning on that put out. No run still after one inning. Leading off here in the top of the second inning for Wyomissing, it's going to be the pitcher, Matt Kramer. Matthew Kramer is batting .267 on the season. Pizzolani. First pitch curveball is going to hit him, and that'll put Matt Kramer on base to start off the inning for the Wyomissing Warriors. And that's 2 innings in a row now that the leadoff man is on. Pedro Rosario now steps in for Wyomissing. As he swings at a first pitch, it's a dribbler to third base. Rice is going to fire, and no play on it. And that's going to go out of play and advance the runners. And that's going to be an error on Dominic Rice at third base. First error of the game for Kutztown, and it's a costly one as it moves the runners both into scoring position, putting them on second and third. So Pedro Rosario finds himself on second base off of that error. 2 runners in scoring position now for Jay Wolf. Jay Wolf checks his swing. He did go, however. He's batting .409 on the season. He's got only 3 RBI. Opportunity for 2 here to make it 5 with 1 base hit. Count is now 1-1. Still nobody out in this top of the second inning. Jay Wolf playing third base today. That one almost clips him there as it's up and in, and it's now 2-1. 2-1 to Wolf, and Wolf's gonna put that one to center field. That will be an RBI and score Kramer as he's gonna tag from third, and he will score easily. And it is now 1-0 Wyomissing off of that sacrifice pop out by Jay Wolf. Rosario does stay put at second base, however. And there's one away in the top of the second here. It's going to bring on Dominic Colon, playing shortstop today for Wyomissing. Offers at the first one on the curveball, and Pizzolani gets him to go. Dominic Colon batting .389 on the year. Pizzolani delivers, and that one's going to get through the left side of the infield for a base hit. They're going to hold Rosario at third. So that will be a base hit for Cologne. Puts him on first, and the runners are on the corner here with 1 away. Harrison Weiss, batting 9th tonight, playing center field. Got himself a chance here for an RBI. He's got 6 RBI on the season, looking to make it 7. But he offers the bunt, and they're going to do a safety squeeze, and he's going to come in to score. And he's sit out at first base, but he does a job, as that's an RBI bunt. 2 away. It advances Cologne up to second base. Safety squeeze there. As Kutztown never really saw it. Cole Schuler behind the dish didn't really pick it up that Rosario was coming home, and Rosario ends up scoring, so it is now 2-0 Wyomissing with a man on second and 2 out here in the top of the second. And that one's going to be popped up right to the second baseman, Corey Gilbert, and that'll end the inning. 2 runs, however, come across for Wyomissing, 2-0 as we move to the bottom of the second. Wyomissing plated 2 runs in the top half of the second. 2-0 is where we sit going into the home half of the second. And leading off is going to be Colin Deal. Kramer's pitch misses way outside in the other batter's box. Colin Deal batting an even 200 on the season. Swings at that fastball. Got a piece of it into the catcher's mitt, and it's now 1-1. Curveball misses high. It's 2-1 now. Kutztown has 2 hits, no run to show for it. As Deal finds himself in a 2-1 count. And there you have it. From Kyle Troutman, shout out to him. Tuning in tonight. Shouting out Matt Kramer on the mound. So far, scoreless inning. That one's fouled back. As the count evens out to 2-2. Here to Colin Deal. He's playing first base tonight. And that curveball misses just a tad high. And it is now full. The 3-2 payoff pitch is upstairs for ball 4 as Colin Deal finds himself aboard. And in the 4 offensive innings that we've seen tonight from both teams, the leadoff man has reached each time. As Colin Deal draws the base on balls, brings up Corey Gilbert for the first time, as that one attempt is going to be fouled straight back up. Luckily, reached the out of play. Could have been caught potentially by Nunez catching as it went pretty high up. Would have been a catchable ball. It's 0-1 now on that failed bunt attempt. Colin Deal's on first. Gilbert tries to bunt again. That one's foul once again. This one catches a piece of the home plate umpire. He's going to take a little bit of time to walk it off. Corey Gilbert on the season. He's batting .238. Should be swinging the bat now with 2 strikes on him. Gilbert's got 5 hits on the year. Only 1 RBI. We'll take a big shot here to knock in Deal to try to cut this lead off, as that one's cut on and fouled back. And it's still 0-2. Still no strikeouts so far in the game. Don't want to put the announcer's jinx on anyone. There's no strikeouts so far. And there's the first one. As a little excuse me swing there from Colin Deal. Corey Gilbert. That's the first strikeout of the game as Matt Kramer gets him swinging. There's one away in the bottom of the second. Aston Dunn will now step in, the left-hander. Very speedy. We'll see if they try to bunt. They will. But it's fouled off once again. 3 failed bunt attempts so far for Kutztown. All have been fouled off. Aston Dunn, he's batting .333 on the season. He's got a bunch of base hits that have just been infield hits that he's just beaten out purely because of his speed as Kramer throws over to check on Deal. Kramer's already picked off a runner tonight. And the 0-1 offering. Aston Dunn pulls back on the curveball, but it falls right in there for strike 2. And it's 0-2, and the Cougars are going to have to swing away again. So the sacrifice bunt has not gotten down. That curveball misses outside, and it's 1-2. The 1-2 pitch to Dunn. Misses low. 2-2 now. Two and two, 1 out here in the second, and that one's cut on and missed. Strike 3. As back-to-back strikeouts for Matthew Kramer. Gets Aston Dunn swinging, and that's the second out of the inning. 2 away here in the bottom of the second. Going to bring on third baseman Dominic Rice. Dominic Rice is batting .091 on the season. Kramer throws over to check on Deal once again. Deal dives in safely. And going to second, basically freely, is Deal. As he'll advance to second base. No one went over to cover the base for Wyomissing. Dominic Rice has 1 RBI on the year, looking to get 2. Base hit should do it here with 2 out. And that one catches the outside corner, and it's 0-2. Two out here to Dominic Rice. Kramer delivers, and it's swung on and missed. Strike 3. 3 strikeout inning for Matthew Kramer after the leadoff walk. Mows him down in order. 3 strikeouts, 3 outs as we move to the top of the third. as we welcome you back to the top of the third here in Kutztown Park. 2-0 Wyomissing leading over Kutztown. As that pitch from Pizzolani misses and the count evens out to 1-1. To Aiden Cerulli. Cerulli flied out to left field to lead off. Well, to make the first out of the inning all the way back in the first. Wyomissing plated 2 runs in the second, 2-0 here so far in the third, as that one's a called strike for Pizzolani. Pizzolani going pretty good so far, as that one's going to be grounded to the second baseman, Gilbert. Not going to have a play on it as he bobbles it, and that's going to be an error. And Cerulli will find himself on. And the streak of leadoff men aboard continues. Every leadoff man has reached tonight through 2.5. As Cerulli reaches on an E4. And that's going to bring up Nunez. Nunez also flying out to left field in the first inning. As going as Cerulli, the throw down is not going to be in time, as Cerulli has stolen second base and put himself in scoring position for Wyomissing with no one out. Pitch was upstairs and it's a ball, so it is 1-0. The throw is there from Schuler, just not in time to catch the speedy Cerulli. And that one's going to be lined right at center fielder Schaefer, who drops it, lets it get down. And that's going to get down and caught in no man's land there. And a costly 2 errors to start this inning for Kutztown. That's not what you want to see if you're the Cougars. Against this 11-0 Wyomissing team, you need to get every out that you can possibly get and give no freebies. And unfortunately there for Kutztown, there's 2 back-to-back. Puts 2 on with no out. Then on the corners, Cerulli's at third, Nunez at first. As that one's ripped down the third baseline, and that's going to be a base hit and probably more. That's going to drive in Cerulli. Nunez to third, and there's going to be a play there, but he's going to slide in safely on that RBI double from Nathan Koenig. And that brings in Cerulli, and it's 3-0 Wyomissing now. And that double might open things up here for Wyomissing, as Matthew Kramer, the pitcher, got hit by a pitch last inning to lead it off. And he's going to pop that one up towards the shortstop. Schuler has a play on it, and there's one away as Kramer is retired. It's going to bring on Rosario. He scored tonight already. He's reached on an error to the third baseman. Pedro Rosario this year, he's got 2 RBI. He's got a chance for 2 more here with a base hit. 1 away. That one's chopped foul right at the plate. He'll pick it up himself. 0-1 to Rosario with 1 out here in the top of the third inning. 3-0 sits the score. Wyomissing leads. Men stand on second and third. The 0-1 delivery. Curveball. Beautiful pitch there from Pizzolani. Gets Rosario swinging. And the count goes to 0-2. Pizzolani Looking for his first strikeout of the night. A strikeout here would be huge. And he tries to get him with the curveball. Rosario does not chase as it bounces in the dirt. It's 1-2. Strikeout here would record the second out of the inning. As trouble's brewing here for Kutztown. 2 men on. The 1-2. That one misses low. Good block by Schuler to make sure it doesn't go to the backstop. And driving another run for Wyomissing. 2-2 now to Rosario. Pedro Rosario batting .273 on the year. And a curveball upstairs, ball 3. After the 0-2 start in this count for Pizzolani, he's thrown 3 straight balls. And it's going to be full count here. First base is open. Put him there on a walk. Walk's not the worst thing in the world. It would create force outs basically everywhere. The payoff pitch is going to be in the gap. Can Aston Dunn get there? He can, but tagging from third to score is going to be Nunez, and it is a 4-0 game. Wyomissing off of that RBI sac fly from Rosario, and it's 4-0 Wyomissing. As Koenig did not go anywhere. Stayed at second. Jay Wolf is now due up as he takes a strike on a curveball that falls into the zone. And it's 0-1. Koenig still remains on second base, this time with 2 out. Jay Wolf popped up to the center fielder last time in the second inning. Base hit would score a run, making it 5-0. 4-0 Wyomissing. Jay Wolf this season has 2 RBI. Looking for that 3rd RBI on the season to break this game open and add another insurance run. The 1-1, 2 out, is going to be popped sky high towards left field. Aston Dunn is there, and that will be the 3rd out of the inning. Not before Wyomissing scores 2 more, making it 4-0 as we move to the bottom of the 3rd. And leading off this bottom half of the 3rd, Braden Schuler playing shortstop. He'll take strike one on a fastball on the outside corner. Braden Schuler, this season, is batting zeros across the board. Looking for his first hit here. In 18 at-bats, he has not found a hit yet so far. Looking to get one here off of Matthew Kramer. He's down on the count, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch to Schiller's upstairs on the fastball. Didn't get him the chase. And that evens to 1-2. Lights come on here in Kutztown. That one gets into the backstop. And the count goes to 2-2 now. Nobody out here. Braden Schuler looks at strike three, and that's the fourth strikeout in a row for Matt Kramer. That one, he got him looking. 4 strikeouts on the day, 4 in a row, as he's starting to find himself. As Schuler heads back to the dugout, and that'll flip it over to his brother, Cole Schuler, who in the first inning got a base hit to lead things off. That is the first to the half inning. Duffman did not get on. And it's Cole Schuler looks at the curveball for strike one, as Matt Kramer is starting to find it a little bit. Dealing right now, as that one's going to be hit off of his foot, and that one hurts for Cole Schuler. Count goes to 0-2. He seems to be all right, thankfully. So 2 as the home plate umpire, giving Schuler a little bit of time here to regroup. The 0-2. And that one hits him in the back as the curveball then break, as he'll head down to first base, and that's his second time aboard on first tonight. This time on a hit by pitch off of the curveball that did not curve. And it is one away here for Samuel Schaefer, who in the first inning bunted, but Kramer made the play at second base, getting the leadoff runner, so the sacrifice didn't work. It did put Schaefer on, however, as he cuts in, misses that one. 0-1 now. So that breaks up Matt Kramer's streak of 4 retired batters on 4 straight strikeouts. That breaks that streak on that hit by pitch. And that one is going to be a blooper right to the right fielder. Rosario gets the catch, and there's 2 away now, as Schaefer will head back to the dugout. He's 0 for 2 on the day. And that's going to bring up Dominic Pizzolani, the pitcher tonight. He's got a base hit. He's 1 for 1 so far tonight. On first is still Schuler. Schuler very fast, very speedy, as Matt Kramer is paying attention to that speed, keeping him honest over there. Pizzolani's base hit way back in the first was not enough to drive in any runs, as Schuler takes off. The throw down to second is in time, and that's the inning, as Wyomissing gets out of it off of a throwdown attempt, got him stealing. And a 1-2-3 inning for Wyo, as we move to the top of the 4th, still 4-0 Warriors. as we welcome you to the top of the fourth. 4-0 Wyomissing leads through 3 innings. As right up the middle, that's going to be a base hit for the leadoff man aboard. As Dominic Cologne finds his way on.
Hey, somebody on the stick here.
On a base hit. First pitch swinging was Cologne, and he gets the base hit. Leadoff man is aboard every inning so far for Wyomissing. That will bring up Weiss. Weiss made a put out way back in the second inning for the second out of that inning. As Pizzolani checks on him twice before throwing a pitch here to Weiss. Wyomissing leads by 4 with an opportunity to break things open here. First pitch swinging was Weiss. Barely got a piece of it, fell it back, and it's 0-1. Harrison Weiss is batting .292 on the season. That one's low, and it's 1-1 now. Pizzolani's still looking for that first strikeout of the game here through 3 innings. He's been pretty efficient, getting most of his outs in the field. All of his outs in the field, actually. Well, there's strike 2 to Weiss. The announcer's jinx got Matt Kramer's first strikeout. Let's see if it does the same here for Pizzolani. Win this 1-2 count. Cologne's on first base. And that's going to be over the third base bag. It's a fair ball, and moving all the way to third is going to be Cologne. And into second is Weiss for a double. And that double just went right down the third base line. It was a routine grounder, but that's going to be a hit because Rice had no play on it. So Weiss advances to second on that double. Cologne to third, and that'll be the end of the night for Pizzolani. Pretty efficient night. Jacob Rabert's coming in to pitch for Kutztown. When we come back, men on second and third, no one out in the top of the fourth. So with no one out in the top of the fourth and men on second and third, 2 in scoring position, it's going to bring on Raymond J. Marmoleos. Rabert fires a strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Rabert's pitched in a bunch of games so far this season. He's done it really well. asked to come in and shut down things in the fourth. 2 strikes. Got Marmoleos looking both times, and it's 0-2. And that one's fouled back and out of play, so the count remains at 0-2. Strikeout would be huge here for Raybert. The 0-2. And that is going to be caught by Gilbert, but it's going to drive in a run, and that's an RBI sac fly there as Cologne crosses the plate, making it 5-0 as Marmolenos gets an RBI on that sac fly. Now 1 away here in the top of the fourth. Aiden Cerulli is on. Weiss now stands on third base. Cerulli looking for an RBI. Cerulli so far on this season has himself a solid 2 RBI, looking to make that 3. Raybert fires another first pitch strike. Throwing strikes so far. That one's going to be up the middle. Raybert couldn't reach out and grab it, and that's going to be a base hit. And it's 6-0 now as Weiss crosses the plate. And Cerulli will get his first hit of the night. He's 1 for 3. $6-0. Wyomissing leads as they inch closer to 12-0 on the year. Nunez fouls that one back. Nunez, he's 0 for 2 on the day. He scored a run, however. He reached on an error from the center fielder. He's flown out to the left fielder. And he's also got on from an error to center field. Nunez fouls that one back as well, and it's 0-2. Oh, 2 here. With 1 away in this top of the fourth inning. 0-2 count to Nunez. Is going to be safe, this Cerulli, as that one went right over the head of Schuler. Didn't have a chance to catch it as he stood up. So he makes it to second on the stolen base. Would have been there no matter what, as he traveled all the way to the backstop. So that puts Cerulli on second in a 1-2 count to Nunez. And the pitch, Nunez chopped it right towards Schuler. Schuler's going to have a clean play on it, fires the deal in time, and that'll be the second out of the inning, as there's now 2 away off of that 6-3 put out from Schuler to deal. 2 outs. Cerulli stays put at second, and that's going to bring on the big Nate Koenig. He's got himself a double on the day. He's also flown out to center field. He's 1 for 2. Another double would make this game 7-0. As Wyomissing got shut down in the first inning, no runs came across, and then it's been 2s across the board since then. That one's going to be grounded right to Pizzolani. He drops down to an E, fields it cleanly, throws the deal in time, and that's the inning. Raybert comes in to get himself out of it, and it's 6-0 after 3.5. Wyomissing leads. as we head to the home half of the fourth. Leading off this inning is Dominic Pizzolani. He was up last inning, but the inning got cut short as Schuler got caught stealing. So he'll start a fresh count now. As the curveball drops in there for strike one from Kramer. He's got 4 strikeouts so far through 3 innings of work. That one's grounded right to Cerulli. Takes an odd hop, but he'll field it cleanly and he'll throw it around. Excuse me, Koenig at first base, not Cerulli. Cerulli's at second. Apologize about that. Nonetheless, 1 away to start this 4th inning. As Jacob Rabert now comes on. He's now in pitching for the Cougars. His first time up in the 1st inning, he flew out to right field. That ball misses in the dirt for ball 1, and it's 1-0. Count here. And that one's lined right at the left fielder, Marmolejos. And he makes the out. And there's 2 quick outs for Wyomissing in the 4th inning. And Marmolejos slides in, getting the 2nd out of the inning for Wyomissing as they are mowing him down in order. No threats at all of scoring from Kutztown. Curveball, strike 1. Kramer's dealing. The field's playing excellent behind him. All around solid game for Wyomissing here. The 11-0 Warriors. That ball misses out. Becomes 1-1 now. To Colin Deal. Colin Deal, he's reached on a walk. And it's 2-1. As he gets that in the count, he's got a good eye tonight. Seeing a bunch of pitches. Driving up Kramer's pitch count. The 2-1 offering is cut on and missed from Deal. And the count evens out to 2-2. The 2-2 pitch to Deal is grounded right to the shortstop. That's going to be fielded cleanly by Cologne. Fired to first in time for the 3rd out of the inning. 1-2-3 inning for Wyomissing. As they go down in order, we move to the top of the 5th. 6-0 Warriors. Score 6-0 as we move to the top of the fifth. Matt Kramer is due up. He's 0 for 1. He got hit by a pitch in the second, grounded out to the shortstop in the third, and he'll take ball one upstairs, 1-0. The 1-0 to Kramer is fouled back and out of play. It's 1-1 now. The count evens itself out. Beautiful night here for baseball in Kutztown Park. Kramer hits that one on a rope on the ground, though, to Schuler. Schuler's going to fire to Deal. Is it in time? Safe. It had made Deal jump, and by the time he got back down and tried to tag Kramer or tag the bag, it was not in time. So that's going to be a throwing error on Schuler, and it'll put Kramer on base for the fifth time in a row. Wyomissing has had a leadoff man on every single time. This time it's Kramer. He was the leadoff man back in the second when he got hit by a pitch. There's ball one to Rosario. Rosario, 0 for 2, he's scored. But he's reached on an error. That one's inside, and it's 2-0. That one's going to be hit right to the third baseman, and not in time for the double play. Schuler, that is. Oh. Cole Schuler no longer catching. He got moved to third base. He got the lead runner there at second. So there's one out here as Jay Wolf steps in. He'll take ball one upstairs. Catching now is Corey Gilbert as he lets that one get by him. That's going to advance Rosario to third base. Lots of defensive switches for Kutztown, it looks like. Gilbert's now catching. Schuler's at third. Not sure who's in right field. Popped up, and it's going to get out of play. Count remains 1-2. One out here in the fifth inning, top of the fifth. 6-0 ball game. Nearly hits Wolf, but it does not count. Stays 2 strikes. And here's the pitch. It's going to be chopped towards Pizzolani at second. He fields it cleanly and records the second out of the inning. It's going to drive in Rosario. And it is now a 7-0 game. Wyomissing. Bases are now clear here. As Cologne fouls that one off. Cologne, he's got a base hit. 2 base hits. Making 2 for 2. Labor delivers, and this one is going to get out of play. It's now 0-2. to Cologne. No balls and 2 strikes. To Cologne. Raybert looking to get that first strikeout for Kutztown. That one nearly hits Cologne in the head. Curveball got away from Raybert. And it is now 1-2 in this 6-0 ball game. And cut on and miss. There's the first strikeout of the night, but Cologne's going to reach because it made itself to the backstop. So the first strikeout of the night for Kutztown puts Cologne on first base on the drop third strike. As it got by Gilbert, and it's going to bring up Weiss. Weiss has got himself a double on the night. Seven nothing here in Kutztown. The 11-0 Warriors. Still perfect. That one's grounded to Schuler. Schuler's going to flip it right to Pizzolani, and they'll get out of the inning with only giving up 1 run. Nonetheless, that run came across. It's 7-0 as we move to the bottom half of the 5th. And we welcome you back to the bottom of the 5th now. It's Corey Gilbert leading off for Kutztown. That one nicks him in the head, and he'll get first base. Lucky that hit him in the helmet. Could have been bad on the fastball. They got away from Kramer. Leadoff man's on for Kutztown on the hit by pitch. It's Kramer's second hit batter of the game. That'll bring up Aston Dunn, who struck out back in the 2nd. That was his only plate appearance. Tries to lay down the bunt. It gets foul all the way back to the backstop. And the count is 0-1 with a man on first. Wyomissing has given up leadoff runners quite a few times so far in this game. No runs have come across. They've made their way out of innings by getting outs at second, caught stealing, whatever, pickoffs. There's the attempt there. They found a way to get outs, and they've played a great game. No errors. Just a beautiful game all around for Wyomissing so far. Still 2.5 innings to remain, but so far, Wyomissing is showing why they are 11-0 on this season. Matt Kramer pitching an excellent game so far for Wyomissing. Kramer, he's only got 4 strikeouts through 4 innings of work. Very good numbers still. Almost up to his about 1.25 strikeouts per inning so far in the season. There's strike 3 as Aston Dunn is going to head back to the dugout. That's his 5th of the game. 5th strikeout through 4 1/3. So now the strikeout rate goes back up. And it's Scott Sanders stepping in, replacing Dominic Rice. Scott Sanders is in right field. Sanders takes a fastball inside for ball 1. There's just strike 1. Beautiful pitch there from Kramer as it finds the corner, and it's 1-1. 1 out still here as Gilbert remains on first. Off of that leadoff hit by pitch, Sanders takes ball 2. Count is 2-1 to Scott Sanders here. Subbing for Dominic Rice. There's strike 2. As the fastball right at knee level for Sanders. 2-2 to Scott Sanders, and it is foul off to left field. Sanders just gets a piece of it to stay alive. 2-2, 1 away here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Kramer, 1 strike away from his 6th strikeout of the day. And it's going to be grounded through the left side, and it's a base hit for Scott Sanders. As he gets aboard. As here comes a mound visit from the Wyomissing coach. Sanders gets the base hit through the left side of the infield. First and second here. Doesn't look like they're making any changes. Just coming to talk things over. And yep, the change has been made. So that's the end of the road for Matt Kramer tonight. 4 1/3 innings of work. He's responsible for the men on first and second. No earned runs, 5 strikeouts. We'll be back. So coming on to pitch for Wyomissing after Matt Kramer's outing is Gabriel Cruz, left-hander, looking to get out of this inning here. Foul back to Braden Schuler. Braden Schuler still looking for his first hit on the season. One away in the bottom of the 5th inning. To Schuler. Double play potential here. And that is going to be popped up to the infield. Infield flies in effect. And that's the second out of the inning. Runners stay where they're at. And it's going to flip the order to Cole Schuler now. Cole Schuler's got a base hit. He's also been hit by a pitch. 2 outs now in the bottom of the 5th. That one's hit on the line. Jay Wolf fields it cleanly, fires the first. It is in time, and the inning is over. No runs come across for Kutztown. Cruz shuts him down when he comes in, and that's the inning. We move to the 6th, 7-0 Warriors still. Top of the 6th. One nearly hits Cruz. This is Dominic Cruz. He got subbed in to play left field for Monalejes. Fell off, and it's 1-1. 1-1 to Dominic Cruz. 7-0. Top of the 6th. Broken bat up the middle. Fielded cleanly by Raybert. Nothing but time. He throws Cruz out, and that's the first out of the inning. On the 1-3 putout, that's going to bring up Aiden Cerulli. Aiden Cerulli. He's got a base hit. He's flown out to left field, and he's reached on an error to the second baseman. He's 1 for 3 on the day. And there's strike one on the curveball, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch to Cerulli. Strike two as he looks at the first two, and there's 2 strikes. 2 away. Count is 0-2. Raybert. And that one just misses outside as Gilbert tried to frame it. Raybert wasn't too happy with the call, but it was a skosh outside. And it's 1-2. 1-2 to Cerulli. Chopped on the ground to Schuler. It's going to be a tough play. He's going to have to fire. He's not going to be in time. And Cerulli's going to beat it out for a base hit. And that'll put him on. And it'll bring Nunez up to the dish. Nunez is 0 for 3 on the day. Looking to get that first hit. Contribute to this 7-0 lead. He has contributed already. He has himself reaching on an error, and then he came all the way around to score. That one gets away from Gilbert. Cerulli stays put. He's frustrated with himself that he didn't take off. And in a 7-0 game, not the end of the world that he didn't take off. So, count evens out to 1-1 now. And that one's popped up to the left side of the field. Rushing in on it is Aston Dunn. He's there to make the play, and there's 2 away now for Kutztown in the top of the 6th. That's going to bring up Nate Koenig. He's got himself a double on the day. Two out here in the top of the 6th inning. As going is Cerulli, it's not going to matter because Koenig just got hit by a pitch. Flings his bat. And he'll be on first base now after that hit by pitch on the curveball. So that's going to bring up the pitcher, Gabriel Cruz. Delivery to him is strike on the outside corner from Raybert. 2 outs here to Gabriel Cruz. He is hitting 0 on the year. He's only seen 4 at-bats, though. So he's 0 for 4 on the year. He's coming up in this 2-out situation. He shut the Cougars down in the fielding half. Now he's due up to hit. Big swing and a miss from him. And it's strike 2 to Cruz. One, 2 to Gabriel Cruz. Raybert gets him swinging. Strike 3. Tug him on the drop third. And that's Raybert's second strikeout of the night. He gets out of the 6th inning scoreless. And it's a clean inning. 7-0 still. And we move to the bottom of the 6th. As Schaefer grounds that run, fell, and it's 0-1 to start on him. Schaefer had that one attempt earlier on in the game. That was way back in the first inning. Then he popped out to the right fielder. He's 0 for 2. And that's going to get down for a base hit. And he's going for 2. He's going to stretch it out. The throw is not going to be in time. And a double for the man, Samuel Schaefer. Leadoff double there for Kutztown, and that's promising. With your leadoff guy standing on second base, Pizzolani's due up. He's got a base hit. He's also grounded out to the first baseman. Thought about swinging, he didn't end up going, and it's a 1-0 count. Here too. Pizzolani. Baseball 2-0 now. Count to Pizzolani. Make it 3-0 as that fastball missed low. Now 3-0 count. The 3-0, strike one as Pizzolani was taking the entire way. Now it's 3-1 with no one out still. Cougars looking to score. (3-1). Cut on and missed. That would have been ball 4. But Pizzolani offered at it. And it makes the count go full. 3-2 now. The 3-2 pitch is going to be right to the center fielder. As he trots over there, that's 1 away now. And there's 1 out as Raybert is now due up to the dish. Raybert 0 for 2 on the day. Ball, that's upstairs, and it goes to 1-0. Gabriel Cruz. Recorded 3 outs so far in this appearance. His team leads 7-0 over Kutztown. Kutztown looking to get a run in at least, and that's crushed. And that's going to be almost to the warning track. 1 hops hits the fence. Raybert's going to have an easy double, and Kutztown's going to score as Schaefer comes all the way from second to score, and it is 7-1 as Raybert with a huge double to straightaway dead center. And that gets Kutztown on the board. And it is a 7-1 game now, as Raybert absolutely crushed that ball. And off the wood bat, too. Metal, that might have been gone. Colin Deal's due up. He'll hit one right up the middle. It's going to be fielded cleanly and fired from shortstop as Cologne makes the play for the second out. And that's the 6-3 putout. It will advance Raybert to third base. So Corey Gilbert's due up. Corey Gilbert He's over 1 on the day. He's got a strikeout swinging, and he's also been hit. Two out here in the bottom of the 6th. Strike 1 as he looks at it right down Broadway. And the count goes to 0-1 on Corey Gilbert. Excuse me. And there's strike 2. That one catches the inside corner. It's now 0-2. Cruz calls time in the 0-2. Did he go? Yes, he did. And there's Cruz's first strikeout of the night. Gets out of the inning with only letting up 1 run. It's 7-1 as we move to the 7th. There's a first pitch ball. Colin Deal's now into pitch. For Kutztown. As Rosario's at the dish. Two and 0 now to him. Two and 0 to Rosario. Rosario 0 for 3 on the day. He scored 2 runs, however. Fielder's choice error. What brought him in, and there's a strike, and it's 2-1. Two and one count to Rosario. Fouls that one, and it is 2-2 now. Two and two count to Rosario. Behind his head. 3-2, full count. Three and two. Ball 4. Rosario gets on. Leadoff man. Javian Wolf steps up to the dish. Taking off and going to be safe. Stealing is Rosario. Not sure if that was the signal from the coach there in a 7-1 game in the 7th. That base has been stolen. Jay Wolf puts a drive into one. Unfortunately, it's right at the left fielder, Aston Dunn, and there's one away. And that'll bring up Cologne to hit. Cologne got himself a 2-hit day, but he's also struck out, so he's 2 for 3 with a strikeout. And he chases that one way outside of the zone. It's strike one, 0-1 the count. Popped up towards the right side. It's going to get out of play. And it's 0-2 to Cologne. The 0-2 popped up. This one should be playable. Scott Sanders is there, and he makes the catch, and tagging to third is Rosario, and he's going to be caught. And that'll be a double play that ends the inning. As not sure what Rosario was doing there, but he tried to tag, and he ended up getting thrown out. So 7-1 as we move to the bottom of the 7th. Kutztown's the last chance to score. Bottom of the 7th. 7-1 Wyomissing over Kutztown. Aston Dunn is the hitter for the Cougars. Curveball in for strike 1 from Gabriel Cruz. Aston Dunn, he's 0 for 2. He struck out twice. Falls behind 0-1. Caught on and missed 0-2 now. Matt Kramer led things off on the mound for the Wyomissing Warriors. 4 1/3, no runs. As Aston Dunn is down on strikes. That's his 3rd strikeout of the day, 0 for 3. Went 4 1/3, no runs came across. Gabriel Davis went the rest of the way, and he's only given up 1 run. He's had a great outing so far. Great pitching, great defense, great hitting from Wyomissing. As Kutztown is down to its final 2 outs here in this game. As Scott Sanders is the hitter. He's got a base hit. That was Scott Sanders' first hit of the year. So, congratulations to him on that hit. Gets himself on the board for the year. So he's 1 for 1 on the day since he's got subbed in. And it's now 1-1 the count after he fouled that one off. That one's going to be, fielded by Gabriel Davis. Might have been another base hit. But instead it was fielded cleanly. And that's the 2nd out of the inning, and the Cougars are down to their final out. And it's going to be Braden Schuler coming in. Braden Schuler, he's still hitless on the season. He's struck out looking, and he's popped up into an infield fly. What better time to get your first hit of the year than with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th? He'll take ball 1, though. It's 1-0. One-0 pitch. Fouled back off the net. And it is now 1-1. 1-1 pitch coming up tier 2. The right-hander Schuler. And that's going to be to center field. And he's under it, and that'll be the game. 7-1 Wyomissing takes this one over Kutztown. That's the final. Kutztown falls to 5-8. Wyomissing improves to 12-0. That'll do it from Kutztown Park. I'm Gary Wenzel from All the Talk, All the Sports. 7-1 final. Wyomissing wins.